Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah. This is my first ever YouTube video and we're just going in with a really glowy, simple makeup look. This is just kind of my go-to at the minute, my kind of most used products that I use. But yeah, let's get straight to it. So I'm just out of the shower. I didn't wash my hair. I had it in a ballet bun earlier on, so it's still got gel and stuff in it, hence why it looks like this. I'm going to slick it back in a minute, but before I do anything I need to moisturise because as soon as I get out of the shower my skin is so dry. So I use the Ordinary moisturiser. I love this. I get it in the big one and I also get the small ones. I've got a small one in like my bag and I take it with me, so whenever I'm not wearing makeup I always have one with me, and then I use my big one at home. There we go. And then I'm just gonna slick my hair back for now while I do my makeup. I'm gonna use a little bit of this. This is the John Frieda Frizz Ease serum. I just put a little bit of this in. Like I said, I'm not washing my hair today. Slicking it back, and then I'll probably wash my hair tomorrow. So I think it's best to put some oil in it today because again my hair is very dry. So I'm just gonna put some oil in there while it's slicked back. Just want it out my face while I'm filming and doing my makeup. So I'll do that for now. Then for primer, I'm going to use the High-Adherence Silicone Primer from The Ordinary. This stuff, it is really sticky when you put it on. Like, if you want something that your makeup is going to really grip to, that's this. I like primers that are quite pore filling. Like, I used to use the Professional from Benefit. Like, I really like the texture of that. But my makeup didn't really, like, actually stick to it. It just kind of sat on top of it, which I didn't like really mind. I don't really mind when it comes to primers, but this stuff is really tacky, really sticky, so it's good. Next I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow, I think it's called. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I got this because I actually used to use the foundation from The Ordinary as well. I used to love the foundation because obviously because I've got so many freckles, sometimes I like a foundation that won't cover it. So I was using that because it didn't cover my freckles, but they've discontinued it now. They only do skincare, they don't do makeup anymore, which I was a bit sad about. But the guy in the shop said to me to try the e.l.f. one, and apparently it's similar, a bit shinier. I would say it's shinier, but similar in the sense of it doesn't cover my freckles. So I'm gonna go in with this. This isn't what I'm really gonna use as my foundation on days where like I don't really want to wear like a full face. I will like just put a bit of this on, but I'm gonna put it underneath my foundation. I also have the Charlotte Tilbury one that goes kind of underneath your foundation. You can see I've literally rubbed off the entire label because I use it so much. I've got it in shade 3 Fair, but I do think if I'm not tanned it is way too dark for me, so hence why I'm going in with the e.l.f. one today. For this I do like to use a beauty blender, but because of the foundation I'm using today is an oil-based foundation, so when I use like a beauty blender that's been wetted and then there's like water on my skin or mixing with my makeup, the foundation doesn't sit. So then whenever I use, so I'm going to be using the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. This one here. It is very full coverage. It's very thick. But that's kind of what I'm going for today. So that's why I'm going to use this one. I first got this foundation back in like 2016. And I could not figure out for the life of me why it was looking so bad on me. And it was like separating on my face. And then somebody told me. They were like, use a brush instead. And I was like, oh my god. And I figured it out. So, hence why using a brush. So I am going to put quite a lot of this on today. I'm going to do a quite full coverage look. So this stuff does really cover my freckles. I actually originally bought this because when I was younger, I was a bit insecure about my freckles, so I wanted to cover them. So that's specifically why I bought this foundation, because it is so full coverage. I love my freckles now. I don't usually try and hide them, but sometimes I like to just do a really full coverage look, so that's what I'll use for that. Okay, and now I'm just gonna use a brush to blend this in quite gently, because again, I want to keep it really full coverage. And you can see, so that foundation I would say is not like a dewy glowy foundation at all, but you can see because it's mixed with the e.l.f. one, you see how shiny my skin looks. There we go. So I've just finished blending this out. Right, I'm gonna go in with concealer. So this is the Rimmel London Kind and Free collection concealer. So I literally just had to delete all of my audiobooks because I had no storage left on my phone. I did not realize how many audiobooks I had downloaded on my phone. So my storage was like full, and I was like, can't be that bad. So I've just literally deleted all of my audiobooks, because I re-listen to a lot of music and podcasts, and I rewatch a lot of shows, but I don't re-listen to audiobooks, so there was no point in having them on there. Concealer, let's move on. There we go. So I don't put too much on. I kind of do that and a little bit there, you know, the usual highlight places. I do like to also put a little bit around my lips as well, so that when I do lip liner, it's a bit crisper. I look a bit crazy, but it's okay. And I just use this little brush to blend it out. I just really lightly tap out and then join them together, and then this one up a little bit to create that sort of look, and I blend it in to the underneath my eyebrow as well. There we go. So I just kind of finished blending all that out, and then I will just go through it with my finger as well. I just think that the kind of heat from your fingers helps blend it in a little bit more seamlessly. There we go. Fine. Next, I'm just going to do my brows. I don't do a lot with them. I really need to get my brows done. I've just been kind of letting them do their own thing recently, but I'm like, I think I want to shape them a bit more and kind of make more of a decision on how I want to do them, because I would just leave them, put a little bit of gel in them, sometimes fill them in. I've started filling them in again a lot more, so I think I need to get them shaped properly to start doing that, if you know what I mean. So at the moment, I'm just using a colour from the James Charles palette. It's just this one right up in the corner here. I think in the pan it looks like it would be too light for me, but then when I actually go in with it, it's definitely dark enough. So I'm not really doing any shaping or anything like that. I'm just kind of going with what I have at the moment with my eyebrows, just kind of what's naturally there. So this brush is kind of angled, so I use the angle of it like that, and then I flatten it out just to fill in the ends with like whatever's left on the brush. Okay, that's me filled in both of those, and then I will literally just take my finger and clean up the ends like that, because I kind of more feel the shape than look at it. I go based off of like the actual shape of my brow bone. I just feel along it, and that kind of does it for me. I am going to use a little bit of concealer just to carve the underneath out a little bit, and also prep the eyelids as well. I'm just going to use the same concealer that I used before, and I just take a little bit of concealer like that, flat under there, flat along there, and I'm literally just going to bring this onto the eyelid as well. Not that much, really not that much, and again just blend it out with my finger. Cool, I think we will move on to contour now. So I'm going to finish all of this skin stuff now before I do anything else on the eyes or the lips. So I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. I was put off of this for the longest time. I think I got this like over a year ago. I used it for a couple weeks. I didn't like it. I thought it was smudging. I'll be honest, still, I think it doesn't last that long. But I think it goes really nice with this look. Just the other day I picked it up again and I'm like, I do quite like it. So I just put a couple dots on my cheekbones, and then I do a little bit more on my forehead. Like so. Again, it's like, I really don't like, I mean, the applicator is nice when you're using it, but the tube gets stuck, so then you squish it and then all this comes out and it's just a mess. So I just think, see, even trying to put it on, I'm trying not to squish it and make all the product come out. Don't get me wrong, I love Charlotte Tilbury stuff. I'm just not a fan of these magic wand things, but I don't know, recently I have quite liked the way this has been looking. So it is good, don't get me wrong, it is good, but I just think it's hit or miss for me. Like some days it looks really nice, and like for this kind of glowy look that I'm going for, especially when it's on top of such a matte foundation, it does help keep everything look really glowy and really nice. But again, like I said, it doesn't last that long, and I think it can go a bit patchy sometimes. I mean, it doesn't look too bad today. It's blending quite nice. And then I'm going to blend these bits right down into my brow bone, and then keep it a little bit higher over here. I'm just tapping it in, I'm not dragging anything on my face. I do a little bit when I'm here, a little bit like that. Tapping it upwards, trying to keep it going up on the cheekbone, like so. Okay, that's all blended out now. I'm really conscious about time right now on this because I don't think I have that much storage, so I'm trying my best to say everything and get everything done and show you everything. Literally right as I said that, my storage notification came up and I had to delete a bunch of apps to keep going right as I was about to start my nose contour. So I'm just using a little bit of this again. Okay, so right as I was doing my nose contour again, storage cut out. So we're gonna crack on. So I literally just did a shape, a little bit here, and then I drag it across and pull it up like that. Next I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the Givenchy pink powder. It's the one that's like got the little four. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit right in the inner corner under my eye. I don't want to drag it out too much because I don't want to get rid of the kind of shine that we've got here. So I'm keeping it really close under my eye. But it looks so nice. Creases where? Like that. And then with a little bit extra on my brush, I'll go over the eyelids as well. Sorry, I've actually been really sick this past week, so if my voice keeps cutting out, that's why. I've been really ill. Next, I'm just going to use a little bit of the bronzing powder, Well Loved. Well Loved. It's also got such a good mirror on it as well, so whenever I'm traveling, like on the train, doing my makeup on the train or something, I'll use this. So I literally just swirl this big brush just to kind of blend everything together. I don't use too much. I'm sorry, my camera angle probably keeps changing because it keeps cutting out. I think I fixed it now. Okay, now moving on to blush. I am not a blush girl. Sorry about that. I know everyone is like obsessed with blush right now, but it's not really my gig. I've literally had this blush for about 8 years, and I've not even hit pan on it because I rarely ever wear blush. This is NARS Deep Throat. I use this blush, this brush as well. I literally just go in a tiny bit like that, and that is it. I do own a couple of liquid blushes, and I think probably would go quite good with this look, but I'm just not a blush girl, so that's all we're gonna do. Now for highlighter, I have the MAC Soft and Gentle. There you go, MAC Soft and Gentle highlighter. I just go in with a really small brush, tiny bit on the cheekbones. Don't really need it much at the moment because my skin is still really glowy from the way we've done the base makeup, so I don't really need too much. I love really shiny nose. A tiny bit up on the eyebrows as well, just to kind of lift them there. But yeah, not too much, nothing crazy. I like to add a little bit on the top of my lip here. I'm not a big fan of my lip shape, so I like to kind of give it the illusion that it's kind of going up the way a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna move on to eye makeup now. I don't really know how I'm gonna do this because normally I get up really close to my mirror to do my eyeliner. I only have this little one here because obviously that one's there. Which is that bulb's gone out. Oops. So I'm gonna try and just do it like this. So I'm literally just curling my eyelashes. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna put fake eyelashes on yet or not. I feel like if my base makeup goes really well, I'm usually like, oh, I don't want to put lashes on. I'll just do like mascara and just go with the kind of glowy vibe. But then if my base ever doesn't work out, I'm like, I'll just put lashes on and hide it. If the eyeliner goes bad, we're definitely going to be wearing lashes. Okay, for eyeliner, I'm going to use the NYX Epic Ink Liner. I have a love-hate relationship with this eyeliner. It's very black. It's a good pen. See, it's really thin tip, which I like. It's good. It's easy to use. However, sometimes it'll either get really dry or the ink will come absolutely pouring out. This one's a little bit dry, which I don't mind when I'm first mapping out the eyeliner. So I'm quite glad it's like that and not overspilling right now. So I just kind of follow the line that my bottom eyelid is going on. I'm not going to do too big today, so I just kind of follow up and then from there just drag it in. And then I'll fill from about there, just kind of where it meets my pupil. And I do quite a thin line there until it meets out with the eyeliner. I think we're just gonna leave it like that. Okay, now let's try and do the same on the other side. Okay, now I'm having the issue where the pen is starting to spill out more ink. So what I do is I always keep a cotton pad on hand and I just tap it on there to get rid of the excess so that I can do the lines clean, because when it's like that, as soon as you touch it, it just bleeds everywhere and you can't get a clean line. I think we've kind of saved it. I might need to keep doing that. Let's keep going. Okay, so as you can see, it's starting to bleed out the way I've been doing it. It's so annoying when this happens. So what I'll do is I'll use my finger just to clean up the side. Sometimes I'll go in with concealer, but I think that kind of saved it. I think we should be okay. Okay, I think I am just going to leave it like that today. They're a little bit thicker than I wanted them because the kind of bleeding out of the eyeliner messed up the line a little bit and then I filled it out. I don't mind it to be thick. I really don't mind it, but I was just trying to do them a little bit thinner today. Yeah, and then I literally just do that to give it a really crisp edge. Sometimes it goes a little bit wonky, so then I just go like that with my fingers just to clean it up. I got so carried away with my eyeliner, I completely forgot to put any eyeshadow on before. I wasn't going to do much anyway, so I used the Fenty palette. My sister got me this for Christmas. Bomb Posse palette. I love it. A lot of neutrals, golds, pinks. It's great for the kind of everyday stuff. So I'm just going to go into this shade here. It's a very neutral shade. And I'm just going to go up over the top of my eyelid there. I'm not going to go too close to the eyeliner because I don't really need to do anything in there. It is literally just to give a tiny bit of dimension into the eyes. And then I might just use a little bit of that slightly darker one as well. Not much though. Just tap that into the corner. It's fine that I've already done the eyeliner. It doesn't really make much of a difference. And then just blend it out. Like that. That's literally all I'm going to do. I'm just going to blend it up towards the brow bone a little bit. There. Like, I could have even used my bronzer to do that. I just really like those shades that are in that palette. So I'm gonna go in with my Bobbi Brown mascara. I love this mascara. Some mascaras really irritate my eyes, but this one doesn't. So I always repurchase this one because it doesn't irritate my eyes at all. See the difference? And then I'm just kind of separating my eyelashes as well as I do this. I don't really like doing bottom mascara, but sometimes when my top lashes look really big, I think it looks a bit weird, so I will just like literally add the tiniest little bit. See what I mean? Like, it's literally nothing, but it's just enough to make it look like I have bottom eyelashes. I just recently got the Kylie lip kit in One Wish. Kylie lip kit in One Wish. I had one of these. Hang on a minute. So my boyfriend put this, it's on Netflix. It's like, it's just a fire on Netflix. He thought it'd be cute for my background, which I agree. And it changed there. I don't know how long it was different for, but anyway, we'll go with that. Yeah, so the Kylie lip kit, I had one of these back in like 2016. I remember I was so excited when I got my first one of these. I was like, these are so cool. Felt so grown up. But the formula was so dry. I got like a really brown colour as well, and it was so dry, and it did not look good. So this was my first time ever getting one again since then, and the formula is so much better. It doesn't go cracky on my lips at all. And what I'll probably do today as well, I put a gloss over the top as well, or like a lip oil over the top, and it doesn't like mix, it doesn't ruin it, and it looks really, really good. So I'm gonna go in with that today. But the only thing is with these kind of lip liners, like, I'll show you what I mean. So for example, this one's like an actual pencil versus this one where the case is like a bit different. I find these really hard to sharpen, so I'm trying not to finish it off. So I think I'm going to use one of my other lip liners just now that's a kind of similar colour. I've got the NYX lip liner in, I think it's Peekaboo Neutral. I'm just going to use this instead. See what I mean? This one's like an actual pencil. It's so much easier to sharpen, so I'm just going to use this one so I don't have to sharpen that one later. So I'm going to kind of overline my lips. So the actual pigment of my lips doesn't completely match up with my lip line. I don't know if you can really see what I mean, but like my lips are actually a little bit bigger than the pigment of my lips. So I'm going to overline to go with that, and maybe even a bit more, because I really like the look of like big lip. I really want to get lip filler or like lip blushing or something to make my lips look bigger, but I'm terrified of needles. I'm so terrified of needles. So I don't think it's ever going to happen, to be honest, but I would love it. So I've been trying to recreate the look more often with like lip liners and stuff. So we're going to go try that today. So again, I'm following the natural shape of my lips, but just outward a little bit. So similar to what I was saying earlier, I literally just let the lip liner follow the shape of my lips. Like, I'm not looking at it too much. I'm more feeling it, and then where there's differences, I'll go in and adjust. Now I'm going to go in with the liquid lipstick. I like these kind of neutral pinky colours at the moment. Again, because I really want lip filler. I think the more kind of neutral, natural my lips look, the closer I can get to that aesthetic. Okay, cute. Now I'm going to go in with the Dior lip oil. Again, this is well loved. There's not much left to her. I love this stuff. It makes my lips look so nice. I feel like when you've overlined your lips, if you put like a gloss or a lip oil on top, it looks less like you've overdrawn and more like your actual shape. I think it just kind of hides the line. Oh, I love that. So pretty. Okay, so I think I'm quite happy with how the base turned out, so I probably would just finish it off here. Especially if I'm going to like work or something. Sometimes, especially if it's a long day, lashes can be a bit much. So I would probably just leave it here. It looks quite slick, especially with my slick back hair. It looks quite nice. But when my hair is all curly and natural, I love a big lash. Yeah, so I think we'll leave it like that for today. Okay, so thank you so much for watching if you watched till the end. This is my first ever YouTube video that I've ever filmed. I think it's something that I want to keep doing. I want to make videos, beauty videos, lifestyle videos. Yeah. If you have anything specific that you want to see from me, or if you have any questions about any of the makeup or anything like that, pop them in the comments.